This is my Patton U2-0018. It's an 18-inch 3-speed high-velocity fan. I got this fan in 2010. Haven't used it really too terribly much, but because it used to be really loud. I'll show you how I quieted it down in just a minute. But again, it's a U2-0018. So it's got a two-prong plug, and the cord is kind of short. Got a cord wrap on the back, which is nice. Show you the information. 1.5 amps, and the motor, if I can get to that tag, right, which is right there. There's the manufacturer of the motor, if you can see that at all. Stupid thing. Focus. Yeah, you probably can barely see that, but it says 1.5 amps, model number MH-45. So basically, to get this thing to run quieter, I pitched the blades more. When I got this thing, it was probably the loudest fan that I have ever had. The low speed was just ridiculously loud. There was no difference in speeds whatsoever, because the blades had almost no pitch. And it didn't move very much air. But now that I pitch the blades, as you can see, this pitch is a lot steeper. Not only did it balance it out, because it was kind of off balance before, but it increased the airflow and quieted it down a lot. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to be doing some test runs with this, because I completely forgot to do that back when I did this project. I just ran it for a little while. I want to run it for a long time to see how hot the motor gets. I did do an amp draw test, and it's pulling within spec. It's not, even on high, it's lower than 1.5 amps, so I don't think it's going to hurt the motor. But I want to see, just to make sure. So, this fan did arrive damaged when I got it back in 2010. There was a dent in one of the blades, which I pounded out. Now it's you really can't see it at all anymore. Again, the pitch was really crappy and it was off balance, so I fixed all that. And so this area right here wasn't perfectly round. It was like something slammed into it and bent it a little bit. So I pounded it back out with a hammer, so now it's perfectly round again. Unfortunately, when I was doing that, this part of the grill, the little weld, broke, and the same on this side. So that probably, this fan is kind of built cheaply. It really is, but I don't think that would normally be a problem. I think that was just because of the fact that I had to pound that out with a hammer. So here's the base. It is a two-piece base. There's a screw right there, and it's got nice rubber feet on it. So, yep, I'm going to start this up in just a second here. I got it hooked up to the kilowatt meter so we can see how much amps it draws. This is a 4-pole PSC motor, by the way. This thing isn't quite as powerful as my U2-1887 is, but it's very close now with the increased blade pitch. So let's go ahead and start it up on high. Medium. kind of funny. This used to be the loudest fan I ever owned, and now it's probably the quietest high velocity fan I own. Has a very nice low speed now. Still blows plenty of air too. I have taken this motor apart several times and oiled it a lot, so it has a very nice spin down time. It still shakes a bit on high, but I'm sure I'll be able to fix that because the blades are still a little bit out of alignment. So let's see how much power it draws going up to high speed. So given the fact that it's still within spec, I think this motor is going to be just fine. So I'm going to do some startup sounds. Here's high. Medium. And here's low. Alright, that'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching.